Welcome to another edition of the Who Is podcast. Myself, Quicksilva, and I'm excited right now because it depends on who you ask. If they ask you, who is this guy? If you're a Wire fan, you know him for one thing. If you're from DC, you know him for one thing. If you're from Baltimore, you know him for one thing. If you watch TV, you might have seen him in some of your favorite TV shows, and not just The Wire. I'm talking none other than the legendary GOAT. I'll say it. If they want to argue in the comments, they can. Big G is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Up,
Big G is here.
What's up, brother?
Oh, man, this has been a long time coming, man.
Yeah,
Like, this is.
man. I've been watching your podcast. You've been having it on fire. Right?
I appreciate it.
I know my time coming.
Right. I had to work in my schedule.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
I've been running around, you know.
No, it's a blessing to have you here, man. You are definitely, you've reached what I call past legendary status. I'm going to say iconic status. But I always love to start with the same question for anybody watching or listening and they have no idea who you are. They've never heard any of your records. They never watched you on TV. Have asked to ask you, who is Big G?
Oh, man. Born and raised Washington, D.C., true Washingtonian. Like for the worldwide people that see me, I played Slim Charles on HBO, show The Wire on HBO. I played Leon on The Deuce. I played Meekin on Prospect. Did that with Pedro Pascal. Shot that in Seattle. Been on a bunch of stuff, man. In the Backyard Band, I started that band on as a little kid on Buckets. Following them behind Junkyard. So a lot of people like Junkyard, Backyard. So we came after Junkyard.
Gotcha.
Junkyard was signed to Def Jam. We were younger. And just an all around guy, man. Like the city loved me. You know what I mean? I got plenty of love in Baltimore as well. New York, everywhere I go from being on HBO The Wire. But it's like, man, I'm just a real guy that you can really have a true conversation with that don't never forget where I came from. I'm still there.
And I think that's a dope segue of just having a conversation. Because I always say the Who Is podcast is not an interview. This is me talking to my guy.
Just kick it.
I like to paint the picture for anybody who, take us back to day one when you realized that you wanted to start Backyard Band.
Oh, man, that's like just watching in my neighborhood on 14th Street. They used to have the go-go bands on Irving Street right there, right where my mom building it. And the bands used to play on Saturdays. You know what I mean? You had Pump Blenders, Air Raid, all them different bands like that. And then just riding my bike, seeing everybody in the neighborhoods playing go-go music. My sister playing the music, my brother playing the music. It was a band in my neighborhood called Northwest Youngers. You know, you hear Junkyard on the radio and stuff like that. And then just wanting to be a part of that. Just seeing how they up there and everybody just like mesmerized to the band. I wanted to be that. I was that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just watching it as a little kid, as a fan. And I'm like, man, I want to do this. You know what I mean? So we tried a couple of different bands, Bedrock, Mighty Young Ones, and then there came Backyard. You know what I mean? And people were actually serious about us getting together and making a sound, creating a sound. And we went from there, man, just like going crazy with it, just mimicking everything Junkyard did, putting buckets and cans together with live instruments, with the bass drum, with the congos, stuff like that. Not even going to sugarcoat it.
Of course.
But once I got initiative, that was like, you got people really paying attention to you, listen to you, won't you change some of that for good? So I was always one of those ones that say, man, hey, with the preaching at the violence and all of that. So once I saw people really paying attention to me, I kind of went at it. But yeah, that's why we were getting a bad rep in our city, not just back, but the go-go scene period, as you was talking earlier. It was just a lot of like people run out the club, get straps, get the busing at the rival neighborhood, because we ain't had gangs. It was just street crews, like no colors, no blue, red, it wasn't none of that. It was just neighborhood against neighborhood.
Facts.
But mostly you get DC, like Uptown be beefing with neighborhoods in Uptown. Southeast might be beefing with neighborhoods in Southeast, but when they come to our show, that'll be you stressed out. You got surgical orders back here, 58, Montana, Lynch Mob, you know what I mean? Park, Congress Park, MLK, different ones, you know what I mean? And I always like was able to label them different neighborhoods, get them their own little street sign to call out. So it was good, you know what I mean? But it was like, you can say no violence, they still act wild. Certain song they might get crazy on faking like, or any dope jam. And it was a time, that time.
Question for you, and I'm just listening to you speak. And as far as I can remember, do you credit yourself with starting like the shouting out of the neighborhoods in go-go?
I wouldn't give myself that. You know what I mean? I think Red Essence, you know what I mean? Cause like with funk, they used to be like, they'd call the neighborhoods out, but the way I did it was
Right.
different.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Like
know, yeah. I say I
you create
connect
like your own type
my
of
own way. So I studied that, and I studied like Bugs and them. They didn't do the call and response like me. So I was like, how can I be different from them? You know what I mean? Like you'll get phone like that. I see Geraldine over there, Southwest right there now. What's the name of them? You know what I mean? And I just be like this. You know they headed for that. Who? Ha. Behind the black hole, I bet this wherever it's set to 640. Pushing about a 35 double O when they put their hands up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Certain way, I did it my way.
Right.
I did it the G way, but it's like it had to mold itself together because it was hard, man, coming up with that. And then I kept my crowd from when I was younger. Like when we heard that big show with Red Essence across from 4D and Nativity, I just told my people, roll with me, Slim. When we finish, roll with me. I got another show. I didn't know the whole go-go was gonna leave.
right.
Or the whole go-go left. But see, he already had they people that was coming in too. So my people left and we went down to the Lapina in my neighborhood.
Wow.
They literally left out.
That's
Jumped in buckets and
people don't realize having that much power is a good thing and a bad thing because,
Yeah,
like you
it
say,
is.
when you have enough power to stop violence, you also have enough power to start
start
violence.
violence,
Because if I say go, they're gonna go.
Yeah.
If I say stop, they stop.
Yeah.
And then you end up becoming a target and you don't even realize it.
100%. And being in the band and being from a certain neighborhood. So I've been through all that. Like that's why I see the kids now and I talk to the different politicians and stuff and I say, man, gotta figure out a way.
Facts.
Excuse me. To really talk to them, the parents, you gotta get them involved because when I was coming up, we was doing all kind of stuff. And then there was a song, I was so embarrassed because we was about to make a song about the murder rate.
It never came out.
Never put it out because it would have tore the city in half. And I don't even really want to say what the song. And it was that's just showing you the mentality that we had back then. You know what I mean? We ain't paying no bills,
Right.
no family, no kids, no nothing. Ain't got to pay nothing. Just outside,
Right.
running around, just wanting people to come and see us. Thank God we didn't have social media back then because it probably would have
Facts.
been crashed a long time ago. But I learned. And then older guys in my they was always in my ear, man, come on, G, do better. You know what I mean? All right, I'm riding on my bike with the dog and my weapon on me because that's how I was. But it's like that music, people knew where to find me at. And like, they'd be like, he right there. He on stage. So
Easy to find.
Easy
You're a
to
target
find.
and
I
you're
was tall.
7'5". Right.
So it was
only
like, you know what I
7'5"
mean?
and go-go.
Yeah, and being shot all them times, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like being shot 13 times, being shot on stage. People don't really know, man, what I've been through, bro.
So I'm gonna stop you there because that was something that I remember hearing about. I didn't know you then.
Yeah.
But take me back to the day when you've been shot multiple times.
Man, I've been shot all
But
the
let's just
time,
take the first time when you're on stage performing
Yeah.
and you get shot up. Like, can you relive that day? Like, what was that
Man,
moment
that
like?
was
And what happened that day?
I ain't even. It ain't like that day when it happened. I had my back turned. You know what I'm saying? So I got shot in my elbow right there. The bullet fragment still in there, and I got shot in my nuts and in my back, like partial. You know what I mean? And I had my back turned, and then everything just went like I just was seeing lights and shit. You know what I mean? And they rushed me to the hospital. From there, I was like, always say, take me to Watch Hospital Center. They got a trauma unit there. They do well. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people that went to the hospital that survived. And I know a lot of people went to another certain hospital, I ain't gonna say.
Right, I understood.
that didn't survive.
Right.
So I
Don't
was
take
like,
me there.
don't take me there. So they rushed me there. And I remember like the seat I was sitting in, the blood was this high. So, you know what I mean? Like that was a night that was crazy. And I've been shot before, you know what I mean? Like shot in my neighborhood, shot leaving another spot, a gambling spot. One time it wasn't even for me. One time I'm breaking it up. And one time my little brother was getting into something and I was trying to make sure he was good, got shot. I got shot, man. It was crazy, man.
Right. I thought out. So I've been shot before. I told you the
Yeah,
story.
I
So
know. Yeah,
people don't realize, like, when you get shot. I was 13 when I got shot.
yeah. I got shot when I was 12.
Right. So you
Yeah,
got
my first
you got
time.
me by a year. I don't know if
Yeah,
we was
that
battling, but
shit,
that
bro.
ain't something you want to brag about.
And ain't no. That's the worst feeling.
It
That
is.
thing burned, man.
And I tell everybody all the time.
That's why they call them hot
And
balls.
I remember somebody asking me like what it felt like when I got shot. I got shot with 357.
Yeah,
So
I got shot with the 357 too
so
right here. And
so
that's why I got shot.
so
in my
you
neck.
understand when
Yeah.
when I remember getting shot. And I remember when you in that mentality and your mind is like, I'm untouchable. I'm a street nigga. Like, this is how you think until that bullet go in you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And when you get shot, I can remember like it was yesterday, laying on the ground, police finally coming, and all I kept saying is, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. Before that moment, I wasn't afraid of nothing. But at that moment, everybody's super tough until you land on the ground, and you see your toughest homeboys crying around you.
But you see, when you hear what you said, you say, I don't want that. You see it, you know I say that all the time, right?
Yeah.
That I don't want to die. That's one of my jump. That's what the main thing I say, nigga, give me to, I don't want to die. I just kept saying that. I was hitting the jump. I was like, come on, take me down. Bro, I don't want to die. I'm not trying to die. So that's one of the things. When you ever hear me on stage when I say, I don't top the unibar, I don't want to die. So that was one of my main jumps. And it take that feeling through my body because when I was shot, first time I got shot, and then I think the third time I got shot in my leg. And the dude was trying to rob me. He was an older dude, but there was a door right here. And I was selling boat, PCP, everybody know PCP. So I tried to, like, the door was right here. I was like, if I could close this fucking door, I'm good. Because Miss Wilson ain't house, little apartment was right there. We used to run it. He like, shorty, don't try it. I was like, man, I need, and try to close the door, and he shot me. Bam! In my leg, right? So he took with it. He didn't get to take everything because I had my boots and everything. I had shit stand straight.
You smart.
So it was like, what am I doing wrong? I keep getting shot. You know what I mean? So the band, I put more time into the band and things like that. So the more I was away, the better I was. But I say the band saved me because, like, I come back around, like, my friend that got shot, got killed. My best friend, I was playing over HD, and they came and told me he got shot. Him and my cousin got killed on Georgia Avenue by the strip joint, by the penthouse. And I was like, I was just right there a few hours before that. If I ain't had that show, I would have been killed. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, me being on stage in North Carolina, A&T, all these different colleges, Delaware State, I came back, they shot the block up. Man got killed. It's just like, even with The Wire, Dave Simon, him and George had a talk with me when my little brother got killed. They said, man, we take a few days off, we get the last episodes and stuff loaded. I say, Dad, if I go, I ain't gonna come back. I say, I ain't gonna probably make it back. They say, all right, well, we can get you a hotel, you can stay down, and there's plenty places for you to eat in Baltimore, you can relax a little bit. You know what I mean? I got with Felicia, with Snoop. Just relaxing a little bit, got my scenes together, then I got with my man Boogaloo, and he took me to Puerto Rico for a week and a half.
I remember when your little brother got killed, and I'm be honest, my fear, because I think at that point in your life you had turned your life around so much.
Yeah, all the way.
But unfortunately, when you lose somebody like your brother or a son or something,
real hard.
It's hard to not revert to revenge. And I remember you coming out. I want to say you came on the radio. Like, I remember you telling people, that ain't what we want. Don't do this.
Yeah,
how were you able mentally to like not want to go back to being Big G from Uptown?
It was hard, man, because, like, the whole neighborhood was in an uproar.
I remember.
Because my brother had just came home. He was doing good. He had his little job. He was doing everything. And then the whole time, it wasn't even for him. You know what I mean? He got hit with a bullet that ain't even have his name on it. You know what I'm saying? And he had shot one time.
Right.
He got hit one time, and down in his growing part, and bust the vessel, and it killed him. You know what I mean? And it was hard because I was like, one night it'd be like, go outside. Then it'd be like, stay in. Then, you know what I mean? The neighborhood was going back and forth with the neighborhoods.
I remember.
It was going, people was dying, really getting killed. And I had to make sure I was straight. I was at the club. People know me. You know what I mean? So, it was a wide open bloodbath. You know what I mean? People was getting killed. You know what I mean? It was a lot going on with
It
that.
was.
You know what I mean? So like I told David, I'm like being on that show, HBO The Wire. Not only what it gave me like recognition for the world to know my face,
Mm-hmm.
but it saved my life all in one spin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I had people to talk to. You know what I mean? George Pelicanos, he was one of the ones. His son Nick,
Mm-hmm.
because I mentored Nick.
I remember.
You know what I mean? And I was talking to Jamie, Miss Allie, and my family in Brooklyn, New
Mm-hmm.
York. I'll go up there for a little bit, couple of days, and chill. You know what I mean? And just move around up New York.
Mm-hmm.
Weebay, song. I go and I just get away, try to get away.
Facts.
You know what I mean? To go somewhere, they be partying up there in a whole nother space. And then I get out the city. And then, like I said, Boogaloo, my man, Dr. Lavelle Long, with DC Black Broadway, he took me to Puerto Rico for a week and a half.
I remember, and this is how crazy life is. Like I said, by this time I know G. We got a relationship.
Yeah.
And, I've been hearing about all of him getting shot tons of times. And then I remember I'm DJing now. This is when I'm like, G, it's good. Now, G finally done weathered the storm and got over all the bullshit, right? So now I'm DJing Capital one Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm mixing, and they're like, yo, something's happening outside. Your nigga stabbed G. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this nigga can't win. What the fuck?
Just outside, man. I think I'm going to keep it real. Like, it was getting some girls.
You leave for Capital, right?
Yeah.
Right, I remember.
And I was at the club, and some people, we was getting some drinks. The girls getting drinks. And I just seen this dude, man, just mugging me, staring at me. And I'm like, what's going on? Then it just happened, just rumbling. And then I just hear somebody say, watch out. Somebody stabbed me. So
to this day, like, do you know where he was?
I don't even know who stabbed. But you know what's so crazy? It's like people get really upset about women in clubs, man. See, like a lot of women, they like, you know what I mean? Because I've been outside all my damn life.
Facts.
I'm a people person. I hug people. I take pictures. One time, a dude was ready to hurt me because this girl took a collage of pictures with me in the club. She'd take pictures, and see, now when I take pictures with girls different now. I don't hug them no more.
Right.
By their titties and nothing. By their neck, kissing them. I used to do all kind of shit. Lift them up. I don't do none of that no more.
She get your shadow or stab.
Hey, bro, she had a whole collage. He be like, man, you not gonna motherfucker with my girl, dog? Ooh, I'm like, yo, girl, who? And the whole time she's a fan. I take pictures with her. But he thought I was drilling her.
God, G, when they say never let what you go through dictate your outcome, like you a walking testimony.
Nah, bro.
Like I've been through some shit in my life. Yeah. But as I'm listening to G story, I'm like, dang, right when you think your shit is
sure. They ain't seen nothing but my documentary come on. They gonna
really
see.
We're gonna get to that in a second. Right. We already know. If you just tuning in, of course, we're talking to Big G, the legendary, iconic Big G. So we've kind of went through your past of things you've been through and things you've overcome.
Yeah.
And then after overcoming violence of your own, violence of your family, we wake up one day and we see this guy on TV with these little braids in his hair, these little I don't know what you call them, little beads on the back. And we're like, we don't do that shit in Baltimore. But it's my guy, Big G. How did you land a role on HBO's The Wire?
Oh man, so I went to Pro Scout, right? And they saw my picture. My man, rest in peace, saw my picture, man. Jay Cooper, that used to be on Teen Summit. You remember the tall,
of course.
Pretty Boy Jay? So he saw my picture in his agency. And he said, G, because me and him used to do print model for Downtown Locker Room. I mean, for Up Against the Wall.
Yeah.
For Up Against the Wall. We was doing print model for Up Against the Wall. So he was like, bro, I auditioned for The Wire 5 times and couldn't get it. I'm like, that's my show. He was like, yeah, I'm telling you, you can get it. I say, what? He was like, listen, I got an audition, bro. They seen your picture in my agency, and I'm going to take you.
And at this point, you never acted on TV before?
Never. So I'm like, bro, we going to go. I did the movie with Bruce Brown.
Right.
But that was the one with John in the hood, around the neighborhood. But this was major HBO.
This is big time.
So he was like, man, you got to be on time for the audition. I beat him to the audition, bro. I was already outside Paparan Castle in Baltimore. So this is my only audition I ever had. So I go in there. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I sit in, they say, sign your name, So they was like, Anwan, you reading for Marlo Stanfield. So I had a hoodie on. So I go, they was like, calling everybody, calling. There was a dude sitting beside me, he had his daughter in there.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter kept crying, they told me he had to leave. He had to get out. So they was like, Anwan Glover, come in. So it was set up like this.
Mm-hmm.
I had to set up, put the camera right there. So they was like, what's your name? I said, Marlo. He said, what's your name? I said, Marlo. So they asked me again, what's your name? So I took my hood on. I said, what fucking part didn't you understand? I said, my motherfucking name is Marlo. So she said, oh my God, that is good, but what's your government name? I said, oh, my bad. I said, my name Anwan Glover. She was like, no, that was good. Let's go. Let's start all over. So I didn't know. So I didn't know the setup for when you come in the casting joint, they ask you your name.
Mm-hmm.
Anwan Glover Slate. Hey, Washington, D.C., I'm reading for the character of Marlo Stanfield. I didn't know that.
Right.
That's the protocol, how you line it up. I broke that shit down. She's like, no, I love that. Let's go.
That energy.
So after that, they was like, cut. And I was like, all right, so what's next? They was like, no, we're going to call y'all. Like, man, y'all some bull. Y'all was some bullshit.
Right. You're in big G mode now.
I was in character. They told me to stay in character until they say cut. I never heard nobody say cut, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept on going with the shit. So they was like, okay, cut.
Stop, nigga.
So they said, we going to call you. We're going to reach out to you. So they hit me back again. So I came back. I read for Chris Parlow.
Mm-hmm.
I read for Drat. I read for Fruit. And I read for Slim Charles.
So you could have been Marlo.
Could have been Marlo. So I read for Slim Charles. Then they called me back again. And I read again for Slim Charles and I read for Drat. So I was on a plane coming from Houston with Steve Francis.
Mm-hmm. Franchise. What up?
We Are Once, Kenny Westray, the owner, and Pat Moran casting, HBO popped up. Say, hey, Anwan. Say, hey, Miss Pat. She said, hey, baby, you sitting down? I was like, no, yeah, I'm on the plane. She said, well, you just landed Slim Charles on HBO The Wild. Congratulations.
Give a round of applause.
Man, I was like, oh, here you go. I told everybody on the plane, bro. I said, say it again, Miss Pat. Put on speakerphone. They was giving me Sky Vodka, bro. They was giving me drinks, man, brown, white, everything.
He could drink all the brown, all the white.
Man, we had a party on the plane. Like, people I didn't even know was buying me drinks. So from there, that's when it all kicked off. But it was all because of my man, Jay Cooper.
Shout out to Jay Cooper.
Peace, my man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I miss him. And, I kept on going from there. I just kept on running it up.
Did you have any idea The Wire will become what it is today?
Nah, never. And they still look for me for that show.
They are.
You know what I mean? So they just be like, man, the writers must love you. How you keep killing rappers on HBO shows?
Right.
I be like, oh no, that's how they wrote the script, bro.
Right.
So when I hit meth, right, the world went crazy.
I remember. This for Prop Joe.
This for Joe. And actually, he was my teacher.
Prop Joe?
Prop Joe, yeah.
Your acting teacher?
Yeah, my acting coach. And he spoke 5 different languages.
Wow.
He was super smart.
I can tell.
Baltimore Theater. He the one that coached all the kids. You know what I mean? So that was my guy. He died. He passed away. And I was actually shooting the show in New York Elementary. And it was the weekend. So when you sign that contract, you can't leave New York. His funeral was in Baltimore. I got on the train, went to the funeral,
Snuck there.
back. Bro.
You can tell yourself now.
Because on the weekend, because the weekend, it was the weekend. So I came out, I went down and came back. You know what I mean? Came right back on the train. But that was one, I would wonder how it would be if he was living. Because he taught me that how to, like when I study my lines, he say, read all your lines, record them and listen them back to you in your earbuds. So that's why I always keep my earbuds. Everybody like, gee, get the Jones ain't got the cord. Now I see people coming back trying to bring the cord back.
Right.
I never stop doing that. I always keep my cord because I never lose it, and then it stays to my phone.
Facts.
The other ones, you can lose one, you have one. You see some people with one in the ear. You don't know if they talking to you or talking to the birds. You know what I'm saying? So that part of my life, as far as me getting on television, it changed my life. And I know that I had a purpose. You know what I mean? Even not to be around the way no more. You wanna show love. I done been by the way and all that. People still getting the same thing done to them. You know what I mean? I want to live, man. I don't want to die.
And
You know?
I tell you one thing, it's funny because I kind of started the podcast with saying, depending on who you ask,
Yeah.
they say different things. When you perform in Baltimore, because Backyard gets booked in Baltimore,
Yeah,
it's
they love
hilarious
us.
how many people like, yo, that's Slim Charles.
Man, they
I'm like, nigga,
love
that's
us.
Big G.
Man, they
No,
love,
that's Slim
and I always
Charles.
say, and then like even North Philly, I got family in North Philly, but I already had people from Philly coming to see me.
Mm-hmm.
They used to come to the scene and all that from Philly to come down. They ain't even care about nothing.
Gotcha.
Strap everything like man, we here.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And it's like in Baltimore, they show you love, but you gotta be careful.
Gotta be
You
careful.
know what I mean? No,
It's still
everywhere,
Baltimore.
everywhere you go, you gotta be careful. You know what I mean? I got people like in West Berkeley in Baltimore. You gotta be careful.
Big
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Now, keep painting the picture. Now you do The Wire. You did other TV shows. Was it
The Deuce.
The Deuce? But it was something else you was on. Those was it Law and Order?
Yeah, I was on
Law and Order.
Elementary,
Yeah.
Ugly Betty. Man, I've been on a bunch of jumps, bro. Like and then jumps that I get on now, like I tell the song, I don't even tell nobody no more. I just let them see it.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, "Oh, gee, what you was on that jump?" Because I was on I was on a Biggie movie, but they cut my part because the part of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
That part when they was at the awards and
Yes.
like, we know y'all West Coast, we know y'all East Coast. They did not pass that with Snoop for to use his visual. I could have brung my check. I got a 20th Century. I still get that check from the deleted scenes from me. I did my part and all that, but they cut that joint out the movie, bro.
Is this an exclusive? I've never heard this before.
Yeah, no, I think I said it before. I let people know, but I still get a check from that jump from the Notorious movie. I still
Get that a round of applause, man. That's a big deal, though. You kind of skating over it.
I played Snoop in that joint, but they ain't get to play it because they did not get the consent of Snoop for using his visual. All that stuff was going on that, bro. It was so embarrassing because I was in LA doing something else. I had some other stuff going on. I did a bunch of voiceover stuff. I was auditioning for stuff. And I seen a couple of cast members.
Right.
Like, what's up, baby? Like, oh, I don't know, bro. It was in the Beverly Center shop.
They know.
They know. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn. So when they did that, like, shout out to my man, like, Lavelle Long, he had booked a movie theater for us to watch the jump.
And you watching it and you'll see yourself.
Bro,
you sick on the low.
But you know what I mean? That's
sick.
why I say I've been through it, bro.
Right, you sick.
And that's why I say I don't never like I always tell my little cousin Keith that's in the acting now. You know what I mean? Keith Gatton, he's one of them ones that watch me. And he's an actor. You know what I mean? He been clean, no alcohol, no drinking or nothing. And I tell him, cuz if you don't get this part, this audition, take your time, little blood. It's gonna come.
A lot of people take that personal, and then they go to a depression.
I don't do it no more.
When they know, especially when you think you got something and you do a great job.
Hey, quick! It used to worry me so much, bro. I used to like Trey. I used to tell Trey Chain, I'm like, bro, don't worry, it's gonna come. If it's for you, if it's for us, we gonna get it.
Big facts.
If it's not, then it's not meant for us. So I just wait around now. If I tell the people in the world how many, I just read for Tyler Perry again. I just got this another role that I'm gonna be in Nebraska filming in a few weeks. Next month, I got another role that I'm shooting at, but I just was telling Hassan I'll be gone, the 30th, that I got to shoot, that I was at the airport, and that's how God works in mysterious ways. I got on the plane, got off the plane, and the mechanical, that something was going on. They were saying something about the heat. But once I saw the people walking off, that work on that joint, I said it was something else. But then it was one of the lead actors in the joint had COVID.
Wow.
So all that, it was a sign God was saying, this ain't your time to go do that right now. So they rescheduled it, so it's coming up.
That's dope,
And there's some other stuff I just read for, and then man, that film had changed my life though.
I feel like
you could be in it. You could be right, like not even the neighborhood stuff. Never scared of nothing, champ. I'm just smarter now.
Facts.
You did? So it's like, throw all this away just to say I'm a real nigga.
Right. Most real niggas, niggas end up dead or in jail.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, y'all, I done proved it to y'all. I done showed y'all. I done gave y'all years of my life right here. It's it for me.
I'm glad you said that because I'm always say that, my prayer is that we inspire at least one person today. I feel like right now somebody who's watching this or listening, like that's still in that mindset. I always tell people it all changed with your mindset.
Change the channel, bro.
Change the channel because a lot of people want to be fed so bad. Not even getting money. I just want to be
I'm
fed.
glad you said that too.
And they don't realize that that's going to end you in prison or the box.
So how we don't listen to people, and I had, even with my uncle used to tell me, a scared nigga kill you first.
Facts.
A scared nigga kill you faster. And when they so scared of you, they going to find a way to somehow get you out that box. You dig what I'm saying? So I always listen, and then I try to spin it and do it my way. So I was like, okay, should I go right there? And then I say, every time I ain't listen to my conscience, it happens. Something happen.
Right.
So I say,
You
I
get
ain't
shot.
Get shot.
Right,
So I say, I ain't
right.
coming to the top of the hill. I start coming in at the bottom. I can see the top.
I'm not gonna pause that because that's a good moment.
You know,
but don't come to the bottom again. I'm joking, G.
You gotta see the whole perimeter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta see it before it happened. You know what I mean? That's why I say I don't never drive fast.
Right.
Because I want to see the accident before the accident happens.
Smart, man.
So I tell all my young guys, I tell them all the time, listen, shorty, you ain't gonna be 15, 17 for the rest of your life. You're gonna eventually grow up. You gonna want this bank account. You want to travel the world. If you want a family, that's on you. Do how you want to do. But don't be a follower. Be a leader. And I tell them, I got some youngins that's striving right now, doing great. Like 4 of them.
Right.
And then my little cousin Keith, he one of them. You know what I mean? He doing excellent, man.
I love to see the space that you're in now because I think back to just recently, we shared a stage in DC for DC Emancipation Day, which is crazy, by the way.
Woo,
but I love that every time I've seen you, I'm gonna say at least the last 5 to 10 years, you always either have a part of your show where you stop the show and give a message to the youngers like, we gotta stop this shit.
And the ladies come to me all the time. The older ladies, they say, G, keep preaching that word. We love you. I just seen an older guy this morning. He said, I just want to give you a hug, young king.
Yeah.
He was like, man, you just helped my grandson. And you don't even know. He said, I'm going to leave it there. So I know you on the move. He said, you helped my grandson. I said, thank you. And I don't know what I helped this
probably
grandson
saved his life.
Probably did. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'd rather put that message out there. You know what I mean? Let them know this is what it is. You got to do something. Because a lot of times they don't have a chance quick to think. They already in the pen.
Yeah.
They already around a whole bunch of killers, goons, mobsters, fake mobsters, motherfuckers that ain't did nothing. Some that did something because of this person. And that at that time, it's too late. And then it's a mental thing. And it's trickling down. How do I start doing 46 years? How do I start doing 54 years?
And I'm 20.
And I'm 20. I'm 19. So I try to tell them, like, you know what I mean? I look at it and say, damn, that's why when I learn, I say, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it with Genghis, just me. So I ain't got to worry about that co-defendant, that next person telling them something that they shouldn't
And everybody telling
you know what I'm saying?
So tell it wasn't acceptable out there.
So I learned. They was like, gee, why you arm? And I said, a little bit. I got a little, you know what I mean? What's up? I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah. And I never really, like, even with social media, I try not to let it'll be an afterthought. I already be somewhere else. But then you can't really tell them your tools because they'll get a tool out of your toolbox. Man. But if you're in my little circle, I got to spill it on you for you to understand. This is what makes you survive. This is what kept me alive.
My man's giving y'all a vitamin of the day, and that's normally my job. But speaking of just telling the story, of course, you have a documentary now.
We working, man.
Speak more on the documentary. When can we expect it? We have a name for it yet?
Man, yeah, 14 chapters of G, Genghis. You know, man, I got Rasan, got Ox, man, Capri, the crew, man, right? We really working around the clock, getting this thing together. I came up, I think, because I'm from 1-4, I was also 640, that whole uptown quarter. And Rasan was like, damn, 14, 1-4. 14, it'll be 14 chapters. Like, you know what I mean? So I gotta get at to Rasan.
Supermodel Rasan, I call. That's why I call Supermodel Rasan. You know why?
Like this, man, that 14's, man, that 1-4. That, you know what I mean? So each time, even with Ox, be like, yeah, man, we gotta shave it down, guys. We gotta cut it off, cut the fat off. We doing too many goddamn interviews. Come on, let's get to it. You know what I mean? So it's like it be more people coming. But we got a lot of the chunk of it done, and we got a lot of stuff that we found. We found some lost files.
That's dope.
And then a dude came up out of nowhere, and then shout out to Ozzy. That's doing the serial thing. He came up with a bunch of old tapes and stuff like that. So we got a bunch of stuff we doing, man. And this documentary is gonna show it, but it's too much to it. That's why it's gonna be 14 chapters.
Well,
and then it ain't even gonna end there. That thing gonna keep on going. I already know it is because I got a lot and ain't nobody's story like my story.
Facts. You got a
Not from
story.
just being shot, but just overcoming the pain. And then with my family being gone, you know what I'm saying? None of my mom's kids are left but me. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell people, if you got siblings, y'all going through something, man, watch
Fix
that
it.
shit, fix that shit.
And take a step further. If you got a mom or dad and you go through something,
Fix it, bro.
They can be gone
any
fast.
of that, because when you can't talk to them, it kill me. Great Mother's Day, all that, it kills me. And I block the real ones that love me out sometimes.
Take your time, man. I understand it, man. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to let them tears out, because sometimes that's a cleansing.
Shit be crazy, man, because it's like a lot of people really just be thinking that when they see you on social media, that it's everything always cool. You know what I mean?
Take your time, bro.
Shit be hard, man.
Take your time, bro. And
Shit be hard. And I get up every day, bro. I just was in New York the other day. And it's my escape. Because I can get out that joint and I can be free. You know what I mean? I can go to my reads. I can go meet with my people. See Miss Allie. You know what I mean? Let her talk that talk to me. And tell me to keep going. Because you get discouraged in this joint, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, I ain't embarrassed that because real men cry. You know what I mean? So when I just got that moment, I was just thinking about my mother, my sister, my grandson, my brother, my other brother. I was it's just a flash went past my brain, man. And it's like Mother's Day was a hard time for me. And then sometimes people just don't really understand. I go on the shell, bro.
yeah.
And I come out swinging. You know what I mean? I get on stage, and stage is my therapy.
When I tell you, G, like, you don't realize you talking to people while you're listening, but you talking to me.
Yeah.
Because I get it. You know my story.
Yeah, your
I've
story
lost my mom, I've lost my dad, I've lost almost everybody.
Yeah. And that's why we relate to each other all the time. And then,
Right.
like, when I used to always tell you when we used to work on radio together, I used to always be like this, man, what's up? And then you'll give me a hug and we shake. And then that's what I always used to say when you say that in real life. You know what I mean? It's because this is real life.
People don't realize
really understand that.
People
you know
don't realize that. People see the glam, the glitz. They see the social media.
because I'm always smiling on that junk. That's what I have to do.
Nigga.
I have to do that. But if I show them the recordings, that I had to record myself breaking down just to see my growth and how bad I have got. Like a Capri, she helped me with that. She said, bro, do yourself a favor. Just meditate in the morning before you do anything, before you talk to anybody. Anything. Just do a meditation, bro. And I do that meditation. That shit help me out. And sometimes I sit there and sometimes I can't look at the phone because the phone, it'll knock me off. Like when Son used to tell me, man, don't take the call from a certain person. You know what I mean? Some years and years ago, he say, and then when I stopped taking that call, my day was better.
It's real though,
you know because it's like I gotta go through that, and they don't gotta go through that. They just think they see me on all these flyers, they see me on all these promos on Instagram. First of all, they think I'm Jay-Z money wise. I'll be like,
nigga, you talking to me so much right now, G.
Bro, help me help myself.
Nigga, listen, when I tell you, G,
bro, I don't got cash out, bro. I don't got cash out
because everybody want this to ring off.
Like, bro, sometimes I be like this, man. I already know, like with my manager, like with a song, I already know what he go through. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Right.
That cash out a bad jump, bro.
It is, man. And when I say you talking to me, everything you're saying, we've talked about this before but I understand it fully because I always say that the stage is my therapy. If it wasn't for music, I don't know what I'd be doing because like I'm going through shit right now.
Me too.
Seriously, right now.
Me
But
too,
because we don't post about it. And all they see is the glam and glitz. They think we're okay. They think mentally we're okay. Not knowing that, nigga, like we be fucked up at times.
We be
like
fucked
real
up.
life.
I be really fucked up, bro.
Nigga.
And I be crying and shit. I cry in the shower, nigga. And I guess what? I take a long ride. Sometimes if I got time.
Yeah.
Cause like, you know what I mean? Even with Carter Davis and Cass, I want to shout them out. With Suzanne and all them up there, Falls Church, they helped me out so much. And we be in there in block timings.
Yeah.
And I be up that joint all day. And I be like, bro, sometimes I be like, I'm riding from Virginia, bro. and I be tired my legs. I be like this, damn, and I gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
And then I be like this, and then it's a lady up there. I don't want to say her name, but when she see this podcast, she gonna know she mean as shit, bro.
Right.
Every day for no reason, the parking shit.
Right.
It's like this. Oh, Anwan, he don't belong in here. He already on TV. Why is he in here? But he wasting our time.
But that's what they think. They think because you're on TV, because you're on radio,
Bro,
because you're on, like, nigga, we going through the same shit. But sometimes worse, because unfortunately, when you become successful, people think you're not allowed to have a bad day.
You're not allowed to have a bad day.
Right.
And I be like that, bro. And I go through it even with my kids, bro. And I just be like this, bro.
Nigga, you don't know what you're talking to me, bro.
If I had Cash App, bro, I would be broke. I wouldn't have no money. And even Rasan tell you, say, bro, you can't get Cash App, though. Nah, don't get it.
But they got nowadays, they have Cash Apps. They don't figure out a way to get you
money. I know they got all them drugs, but I don't deal with none of that. I don't deal with it because I know I won't have no money because I don't know how to say no.
Same here,
you know what I mean?
Eventually, if you don't say no, unfortunately, you're going to end up like most people broke.
Yeah, but like I try, and it's hard, though. Like, I really try. Like, my daily schedule quick is incredible. They don't see it. I cast more than I breathe, bro. And it's like, and then we got the little blocks that we do as far as like the study part and the cold reads and learning what we learn. And it's heavy.
Man, I think right now you just gave somebody hope that you don't realize, because most people would never think that Big G or Quicksilva or anybody that gets to a certain status that we going through shit physically, mentally, man, spiritually, financially.
You gotta keep going, bro. Like, I try to stay as much busy as I can for I won't crash, dog.
That's me,
like,
man.
with the album, we finished the album. We got one more little piece on it, but we got that joint out, Vibe With Me. We get ready to do the video for it. Also shoot the video. The song, putting the treatment together, everybody doing them, directing. It's gonna be crazy. Like, what can we do to stay better? What can we do to stay alive for the next day? You know what I mean?
Let's stay there for 1 second. Vibe With Me, the single, is out now.
You know what I mean?
This is your first time in how many years put out new original music?
It's been a minute. Yeah. Original, because like every time we used to try to put it out, the radio won't play it. You know how that shit go quick. You know what I mean? So now we just saying we don't care. We just everything original. Yeah. Them little remix songs, we can still do them Jones. And then you know how you in the club, because you a club man. They like to hear them go-go remixes.
Yes. The go-go remixes are bigger than the
regular original song.
I give you a prime example. Right now.
And we help them artists just for the world. With a lot of them records they don't know until we break it.
So let me give you the record.
Backyard break them records, champ.
Talk your shit, because right now, people only know backyard version of Hello.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And Raphael Sadiq.
Come on, Still Ray.
But guess what he said? He said it live at the MGM. Man, what's up, DC? We love y'all. Backyard Still Ray. That's their song now.
Hello from the other
all
side.
That with the
that's Backyard song.
That's Backyard. And we made that song.
Who's the original? What's her name? Adele. Yeah. I wasn't trying to be funny about it.
No.
But like, seriously.
I be like that too.
Adele is humongous.
I listen to all the old people. I'm an old music listener.
Adele humongous. But when it comes to Hello, we only know and play.
Sweet Thing, man. She murdered that joke, man. Yeah. And that's years ago, and they still ask for that song.
And I think that's the thing with Backyard. And when you just said that sometimes radio don't want to play some of the original music, I'm not gonna say it's all that. I'm gonna say the thing with y'all became so legendary and so iconic with your records and your music, that y'all still perform, and y'all are one of the only bands that still perform 5-6 nights a week. Yeah, and now y'all perform, but y'all performing songs that are 20, 30 years old.
And they still come. And that's why I had to talk to my band the other day. I ain't gonna sprinkle everything, but I told them, like, the crowd like the older Jones more, them old records. So I said, just think about it. I did homework with my band. I gave my band a homework project. I said, go and listen to all these new rappers, Gloretta, all them. That's Aretha Franklin song that she did, 95 Degrees. I ain't got no nigga, ain't no nigga, ain't got me. That's Aretha Franklin.
I know.
If you listen to all them songs, them rappers, they are doing nothing but remaking the song. Yeah. So when we do it, what's the problem? I guess that we doing it their way. And that's why I say, bro, we can go in the crates and grab them old Jones and spin them. So that's what we've been doing.
Man, y'all,
we got some stuff to coming for the summer. Crush dog shit.
I pray that we can get to a point, because not just with yourselves, I've had this conversation with other go-go bands and go-go members, because they become frustrated because they're like, quick, we making original music.
Yeah.
And people ain't playing it. But when we play our old hits or a remake, they play it. And I'm like, dude, don't take it personal. We got to figure out a system where the public demands it. Because unfortunately, as DJs, and it's not me defending radio or anything, as DJs, I don't play what I want to hear. I don't play what you want to hear. I play what make her dance.
That's
and unfortunately, when I play Drop Down and Get the Eagle on or T-shirt, see nothing there. She going crazy.
They go crazy. And
I play a new record. They're like, "What's that? Yeah, go back in T-shirts quick."
Yeah, and that's why I tell my band. I say, listen, long as them ladies jamming, I'm okay.
Yeah,
they gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
We gotta cater to the lady.
Yeah.
And we got to make music that cater to the ladies.
The fellas going to be there.
The fellas
shout their neighborhood out once they're good.
We got it. And they not once,
right.
but 100
times. And they go, hey, G, get me. Get me.
Come on, G. Man, you be faking, Mo. Come on, Slim.
Right.
Hey, G, man, come on, Mo. But I love it, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
But definitely, man, DJs, radios, everybody, go out and support vibes. Because I think right now, I'm giving you the cheat code. If people demand to play it, DJs and radios don't have a choice to play it.
I say, tell your fans to call in the radio. Because there ain't no other way they can deny it.
But not just that, when they making their videos on Instagram and TikTok, put your new song in it.
Man,
it's a whole
you get your record broke strategy.
Right.
And that's why I tell them, man, we got, because a lot of them.
I normally charge for this marketing advice. G, I'm giving it to you for free, by the way.
I'm saying, I give you
I'm a cash app for Song because you ain't got one.
I definitely ain't got one, man.
But I got you.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
We can break that record, though.
Yeah, we can break that record. And then we got so much more coming, man. And it's crazy that, like, even when I'm anywhere in the world, I always talk not just about Backyard, because it's about all the bands. I shout out all the bands.
You do,
and then when I leave one out, they get mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shout out to all the go-go bands in the city. I ain't going to keep.
And then you got everybody.
I got everybody.
Old school, new school, alphabets.
Everybody doing their thing. It ain't just about one band. When we on stage, it's about one band, one sound. But everybody not going to shout everybody out like me.
Big facts.
And my people, my family even call me and say, man, why you always shout out everybody? They don't say nothing about you. I say, this is how I was raised. You know what I mean? My heart is different. My heart is bigger. You know what I mean? If I don't shout out my other band members, my compadres in my city, the world won't know nothing about them. They'll just say, oh, it's just about Backyard. He's a selfish guy. I've been doing this before time, before they even made it popular.
Facts.
I'm always say what's up to everybody.
Man, it's so much more we could talk about. Real quick question for you. If I had to ask Big G, because y'all have 1 million records, literally 1 million records.
Yeah.
If I had to ask Big G, what do you think the top 4 backyard band songs are of all times?
Man,
the ones that get the biggest reaction.
I know that for the crowd, faking like, they go crazy on faking like, drop the Unabomber, I don't want to die. Skillet. They love Hello. I think that's 4. And 9-6.
That's crazy. So
they like the T-shirt too.
Right,
but I say one thing about that Pretty Girls.
Pretty Girls,
that's
of course.
That's what we call 9-6.
Right. So it's crazy because when I think of Backyard, my personal favorites to this day, Keep It Gangsta.
Keep It Gangsta.
Keep It Gangsta is my.
That's 9-6.
That's
still the same.
Got you.
So we all because all of those different hooks is in that one song.
Got you. So Keep It Gangsta probably my 1.
Yeah.
Faking Like probably my 2.
Yeah.
For ladies, it's not even close. T-shirts is your number 1. It's not even close.
They go crazy.
T-shirt on. That's your number 1.
That they made that for their little thing when they out with their girls and stuff.
Like that's your number 1 for ladies forever. Forever.
All the concerts you play, you always T-shirt, they go crazy.
And what I do, I tag you on it. Hey, G, look, I'm in Jamaica playing Backyard. Hey, but sorry, tell I'm in Houston right now playing Backyard.
They go crazy. They should, because everybody from out that whole DMV, however they want to say it, we everywhere, bro.
You are.
We everywhere. We move everywhere. Military brats, all that. They rock out, and it be all the brown and white, all of the songs. They love it. They like everywhere. Sardines, all the overnight scenario, the butt, Sugar Bear, Drop the Bomb, Big Tone. It's everywhere up, man. They love the Sexy Lady. They love them songs, man. UCB. It's like we got so much talent in our city, but we just far as go, but we don't stick together though.
Speaking of start sticking together, I always say losers compete while the winners collaborate. Indeed. So winners collaborating, losers are competing. Yeah. A collaboration y'all did, shout out to Wale with Pretty Girls. you know, a lot of people who didn't know who aren't go-go fans, they
Right.
didn't know that was a remake of a backyard band.
Backyard joint.
How,
Yep.
how did that conversation go when Wale did,
Man,
did he reach out to y'all like, hey, I'm remaking y'all
So
song?
like he had that relationship with Wincy at that
Mhm.
time. You know what I mean? They did that, and then with the thing with Trey where they was hanging out and stuff like that,
Mhm.
they did that record, and there was another record that was supposed to come apart, but I don't think it came apart because the came together because the business part
Right, I
of
get
the
it.
other song ain't go. But there's some stuff in the makings now. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
dope.
We older. You know what I mean? Past time.
Of
And
course.
it's a lot of stuff. The stuff he just did with T.O.B. is amazing.
I love it.
You
I
know what I
love
mean?
it.
He's a great artist. And I always told him, he'd tell you to this day. I told him the game back then about the crabs in the barrel, watch who you with, watch who you be around. So it's always been a teacher's, like, in that realm of me to just try to teach more and show love. Because, you know what I mean? Hate don't take you nowhere. And my mother always told me that, never hate another man.
Big facts.
Because you got what you got. And nobody have what you have. You know
I
what
remember
mean?
watching y'all on TV. I forgot what award show it was, but he's performing that song, and he had you and Winks.
Yeah.
Winks said
Man, it's like Wale always opened that door for go-go. You know what I
always.
mean? And
People
he got
hate on
his
him,
mark
but it
with
is
his
what it is.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't really know why, because he shows so much love, bro.
Facts.
He shows so much love to this city. It's incredible. And a lot of people like that, oh, it is this and all that.
Right.
I was like, if he wouldn't have did nothing, they still would have been talking.
Facts.
So they gonna talk him when they talking about you doing
You doing
something right.
something good.
That's why I say when they hate on me and talk, I be like this, man. You know, they can see me, and they always see me outside. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always
And
around.
they show you love when they see you, though.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool. You know
They
what I mean?
talk about you
you know what I
live.
mean? And then,
Quick,
you know
look at the picture.
You know what I mean? And that's why I say it's cool, because I know the ones that really hate, and I know the ones that really love. And it's way more love than hate. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't really doing a good job.
You ain't never lied, man.
You
You
know?
just tuned in once again. We talking to legendary Big G, the guy, the legend, the icon. A question, and I know this is the one where your phone will go crazy depending on how you answer it. I always like to ask about the Mount Rushmore. And before you answer, just think about this. If I had to ask Big G, this is kind of a two-part question. So I'm gonna start with bands first. If I had to ask Big G, who are the Mount Rushmore of go-go bands of all times from Washington, D.C.? Who's the top four? Who's on the wall?
4?
Yeah, top 4 of all times.
I say Junkyard, Red Essence, Trouble Funk. Gotta say Backyard.
All right, so you definitely can say Backyard. Don't try to be modest today.
Yeah. Cause I say Backyard in there because we did what no other bands have done, far as the helping mold with the gun violence in the city, what nobody has never done.
Shout out to Ron Moe.
Shout like stopping every school in Washington D.C. shut the whole city down. I was part of that movement when we protested in front of the control board. No schools went. Banneker, nobody, because they said Banneker and all the private schools want to go. We had every school down there.
That's
in front of
power.
the control board. So I think, like, far as the movement was stopping the violence in the city, I don't think nobody done bigger than Backyard doing that. And I was on the front line doing that. And far as the depression part, when they wouldn't let us play in no clubs, and we had to still survive. They still was letting everybody else play. They wouldn't let us
But
play.
Backyard could.
They wouldn't let us play, bro, because when Officer Gibson got killed at the IBEX, they blackballed us, bro. They shut us down. Like one of the band members shot. And then I put a lot on me because when they was doing an investigation on all that stuff, I was in all of the pictures where everybody that shot the police.
God damn, G.
So if the dude Ralph that was in, his name is the same as mine, but he's no kin to me.
Right.
My father's name was Ralph, but he was locked up with my big brother.
Gotcha.
So they was in Lawton together. So they seen all the pictures. Then Benny Lawson from Kennedy Street, they seen me in pictures back then with them with Corky and all that when we was little, playing football and all that. They just seen me in a couple of other pictures, and people that shot the police, the guy that shot the police, they see me in a picture with him. Oh, they coming to see your band play. They got all these pictures of these.
They building a RICO case against you based off pictures.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm an entertainer, bro. I take pictures with everybody. You know what I mean? We was little kids. We played football, all of that. Like, we were kids, bro. I'm an entertainer. Like, I'm not. Like,
but not with the bullshit.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what I mean? So that was a hard time But I say I put us on that Mount Rushmore because we did so much more for the city, and then we showed a lot of bands how to play.
Facts.
We did it our way, and then a lot of people came up under us, and we helped a lot of bands mold their sound.
Y'all definitely inspired the sound of a lot of bands. And then the second part of that question.
We came hard.
Facts.
That's why they
y'all
called
came
us
hard. It's crazy.
The bad boys of go.
That is crazy though. Don't say that like that
okay,
ever
but
again.
we came rough.
Damn, that's even worse, man.
It ain't no way around it.
I'm fucking with
Bad
you.
boys of go.
There you go. Bad boys of go. Leave it there.
We can smack him up.
There you go. There you go. The second part to that question, because people who don't understand go-go, you break it down to pockets of lead, drummer, or whatever.
Yeah.
And Big G would be considered the lead mic for backyard, right? Yeah. If I had to ask you, Mount Rushmore, lead mic of go-go, lead talkers and go-go, who's top 4 of all times?
Top 4 of all time. My favorite is Bugs from Junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
You got Bugs, me.
Yeah, go.
And that's it.
It got to be 2 more on the Mount Rushmore. Y'all taking all 4 slots.
I'm saying really because that was my favorite. I ain't really was no fan of nobody else. You know what I mean? That's
it's not
really
about
doing
you.
their thing.
So it's not about you being a fan of them. You feel just as far as impact and influence.
I say Sugar Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did it his way. And that's another one did it his way. And then you gotta think about it too. I give James Funk.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because the entertainer like that, you know what I mean? But it's kind of been hard, but you gotta give Polo, rest in peace Polo his joke because Polo created a whole sound.
Bounce beat.
That no another slot. That's why I was just arguing with somebody the other day about bounce beat. They work so hard all year round, bro, and they don't get the credit that they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
They work very hard. They need their own category in the Go-Go Awards. They need a bounce beat head talker. They need a bounce beat Congo roller tom, bounce beat drummer, keep music section because they in the world of their own, but it's go-go, but they got their fans too.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then putting them together with
backyard.
Don't
make sense.
Or junkyard. Right. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's like then you're gonna have animosity all the time because they never winning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm basically tired of being in them categories. Because I win every time because you know why I win every time quick? Because I'm a people person. Mm-hmm. I'm always outside. I hug the babies, the girls. I talk to everybody. And I'm always outside. You know what I mean? And it's like, you got to think about it. I say even with you, far as like the Rushmore, you put like I'm just talking about Chuck Brown is, he's beyond the Rushmore.
Right.
Because he started it. I can't say Chuck is on a Rushmore because he started it. He beyond.
You can if you want, but I understand your logic. Because somebody gonna be in the comments, well, I can't believe he ain't say Chuck Brown.
Nah, but
I'm telling you, I know how social media works.
But see, this is the thing. He did it for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Chuck is like he's the ingredient to the whole dish.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like we can't that's like Lil Benny.
Right.
Lil Benny. Like if you want to really make a really Mount Rushmore who started it for all of us, it'll be Chuck, Lil Benny, Funk, and Bugs.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Or Sugar Bear, the older ones. Mm-hmm. But like, you know what I mean? Like now, you know what I mean? It'd be different. Like everybody, I know people be like this, oh, it's G, because him and Rapper, they always fight against each other on stage and all that. Rapper from Northeast Groove was what band? 911. He played with like 100 bands. Mm-hmm. But he's super talented.
Rapper definitely. D Floyd, one of my favorites.
D Floyd, you know what I mean? But he wasn't a lead talker. He was a 2 mic.
Gotcha.
Just like White Boy, he wasn't a lead rapper. He was a 2 mic. But now he a lead rapper. Right. See, people don't know. Like Funk was but then White Boy took it over.
Yes.
Like Bugs, he always been a lead talker. I always been a lead talker. Like Scooby, he wasn't a lead at first. You know what I mean? Obie Tribe. It was E. Then he went on and started doing the lead. You know what I mean? But super talented. He taught himself how to play the guitar.
Super dope.
All that, like, them boys are talented, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy on how everybody molds themselves into it. I could have been up there playing the horn. I could play French horn. I played French horn.
I don't want to see playing the horn.
And I played mellophone.
I believe you, but I don't want. You good, G? You good?
I'm too tall. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like that's
as your friend, we don't want to see you on stage. The day you bring a horn on stage,
the French horn,
it's a damn like yo. I ain't fucking back.
Sit down. I gotta sit down with that. But it's like, man, them head talking that junk. That's a hard.
It is.
That's a hard like that. That's a good category. the same, but it's like you're gonna have everybody talking about who they have for their top, for their Rushmore. I gotta put myself, because I changed it. Like, if you look at it right now, right, something I did in go-go that nobody's done. I put my mic all the way in the back and everybody up front. Everybody do that now. I'm a trendsetter.
But your reason is because you 7 feet tall and you in the front, nobody can see nobody else.
Why I really did it, it's back in the scene when we was playing at the scene. It's called Karma now.
Yes,
Club.
yeah, of course.
We had so many people on the front line and it was too crowded, so I put my mic in the back. It came to be a style. It came to be a trend. I started seeing people do it, and I say, damn, that's what's up. Man,
They'll never give you props for it, but you started.
Nah, they ain't gonna get, but I started that shit.
Say less,
I started that shit. Where the camera at?
Talk your shit.
This the fucking thanks I get?
Hey, man, who is Big G? Once again, man, support the documentary on the way. The new single is out right now.
Single albums with a single, man. Vibe with me. Watch out for the video. It's coming. Documentary, man. We doing a much bigger things, man. Don't forget. Stay tuned, Anwan Glover. Also, we got films coming too, man. Hood Daddy Daycare. Watch out, feature film. Watch out, baby. Already hollered at a few people. We cooking. We gonna get it together. Y'all gonna love this one, man. It's gonna be a red carpet affair. Y'all gonna have to come out for it.
I love it. And where can everybody follow you and support you in the
Anwan Glover on IG. And a lot of them times, man, on them Jones, I don't be putting that stuff up. So the ladies don't be mad at me. You know what I mean? Y'all be saying I be putting some stuff up in the stories and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it's a whole team. But I mean, they took it down. So we love y'all. And Backyard Band, also, man, you know what I mean? Hugs, not slugs. I have a 501c3. You know what I mean? We in all the schools, man. And like, I'm hugging all the kids around the city because a lot of them not getting hugs at home. We stay tuned. We coming to a school near you. Reach out, man. We'll come to your school.
I got to shout out to you, Anwan, for allowing me to be a part of that, man. Hugs, not slugs.
No, yes, man. They love when you come through, too. Yeah,
definitely. Anytime, I'm always a call away. Anytime with the youngers, you know that.
Yeah,
I
so, man, it's beautiful, man. So I just want to end it, man. Just like everybody in the city, man, you know, even for the summer, I know it's getting hot. Navy Yard, all them different spots, man. Just know where your kids are. I was one of them little kids, too, running around. So that's why I always say, don't throw our kids away. Love them, you know what I mean? Let's not try to lock them up. Ask them, because they never asked us what we want to do. They never asked us what's going on in our household. They never asked us what kind of problems or what we going through on the daily. Y'all always just tell us what to do, what's next, what's this, what's that. Ask the kids what's happening with them, and maybe we'll get a better solution.
Hey, say less, man. Who is Big G? If you don't know now, you know, man. Thanks for tuning in. We here every week, same time, same place. Salute to my guy, the legend, the icon.
It's love, man. Quick, man. You already know. Quick. In real life, baby.
I'm using that for a drop. Who is podcast?